2017 F250. I got Ford ones because they were $75 for 16. I think was too bad of a deal. Found that on eBay. You're probably looking to spend over $100 just on plugs. It's ridiculous. But basically, your top ones are going to be here, and those are supposed to be for your top dead center running. And then down here, you can see your other four on this side that are for the emissions BS that no one likes. And on this side, yet again, they're harder to see. I'll probably end up taking off the air intake stuff. And be 1, 2, 3, and way back there 4. And the other 4 down there, which I think I've been told you can take off the inner wheel well to get to those easily. So I'm gonna try something different with this video. I'm actually gonna try some editing stuff I downloaded on my phone and see if I can throw a bunch of stuff together. And we'll see how this goes. It might be a massive pain, and if it is, then I'll let you know. Also, I know I have some little things, like I know this has been loose for a while. While I'm in here, I'm gonna check my intake, my air filter. I also believe, looking up cylinders on these, it's very difficult. I believe it's 1 through 4 over here, and then 5 through 8 over there. I know I have a misfire on cylinder 1, which, from what I've researched, should be this one right here. So, and hopefully it's just the spark plugs. I figure that's I have 112,000 miles basically on this, so I figure even if that's not it, it's still general maintenance stuff that should be done. So that's why I'm starting there. I know if that doesn't fix it, then I'm going to do wires next, and then probably coils after that, just because I'm going to start with the cheapest option and work my way up, because I still see it as that's still general maintenance things that should be done whether or not you have a misfire. So I'm going to get started. So now I'm going to start doing this on cylinder what I believe is number 5. That's the simplest one to show. 8mm bolt was right down in there. I just used a 1/4 inch drive ratchet and took that right out, and you should be able to just pop that right on out. Obviously you're going to change the coil. That'd be really easy. You just move this red tab back, pop that off. Spark plug cables, just like any normal spark plug cable. Pop it off on the bottom and right up here, and then you can replace it. So now, assuming these are still factory plugs, the spark plug socket I'm using is a 5/8. I know that's what these Motorcrafts are, which, so these are the correct plugs for it. It should probably still have those in it. Obviously you want an extension. Hopefully I can fit this down in there. Not really all that sure yet, but slide it right on down in there. Make sure you're on, and then just break her loose. I figured it'd be tight, so yeah, that's just how you do it. When you put these back in, you don't want to over tighten them because you could strip the threads. I know it's not a 5/4, so it's not as big of an issue, but still something you want to be conscious of. But yeah, I'm gonna need 2 hands to do this, so I'll probably get back to you guys when I get to the other side and have to show you how to get to those. Passenger side spark plugs. Basically the way I removed this was, well, I didn't completely remove it, is there's a piece right there that looks like heater hoses. Connects right there. Then you got some vacuum lines, which I just left connected. Did that screw right to there, and this screw to the air box. Popped it up, moved it over. It's just held in by there and there, and it looks like I need to put tape over my alternator piece, because that can't be good. And these really might be easier to get to than the driver's side, which I'm surprised and happy about. Also on the passenger and driver's side, this back one, yeah, that piece doesn't want to come off with just my hand, but there's a stud right there. And you've got to use a wrench or something. I know the whole stud came out for me once I started loosening it, but it's not bad. Probably should recommend that you unhook your battery cables or terminals, or cables, whatever. I did also notice when I was doing my my plugs over there at the inside of these coils had a lot of corrosion in them. I do recommend, if you do this, change your coils at the same time. You might be wondering, why am I not doing that? Well, I'm poor. So we're doing one thing at a time for general maintenance, but the easiest thing I found is pull that off. Then pull this back, my red tab. And I don't have my pick I was using. Push your red tab back. And then push that down and just pop that off. But I about need 2 hands to do this because I'm standing on a cooler, so. But yeah, just make sure it's back all the way, and then you can push that down. Let's see. Yeah, get it right off. That one is really stuck actually. Then obviously take your 8mm and loosen up that screw. I mean, you can leave those two connected. I did for most of the other side, including the rear cylinder, which I believe is cylinder number 8. And let's see if this one has corrosion in it. Yeah, I can see corrosion falling out of it. But yeah, you probably won't be able to see down in there. But you can kind of see on the lip there, there's corrosion and stuff in there. And I cleaned it a bunch out of cylinder number 8. And yeah, that green stuff looks like what you'd see on a penny or something, copper, brass, that green corrosion type stuff. One thing I'm also going to do some investigating into is seeing if this heads are aluminum or not, because I've noticed corrosion on the spark plug threads as well, and I'm wondering if it's dissimilar metals. But yeah, I'll get back into it when I get to the fender well. I have not done the lower ones on that side yet. I told you get nowhere by removing the fender well, but I'm going to see if it does make it easier or not, and we'll find out. So, after a couple beers, a lot of screws, and some cursing, this thing's finally off. If you have a mud flap, you have to undo that as well. I didn't undo the furthermost screw. These are Ford mud flaps, so I don't know what anything else would be, but it does get you into the rear two, and I guess even that one not too bad. But the front one seems like it's going to be terrible no matter what. These are all 5.5s around here, and there are two T30s that you have to get as well. There's these push pin pieces that you can see in here, wherever they are, right down there. Those can stay, those just hold this piece on. So nothing too crazy. And then I pulled down the back first, and then when I pushed that down, shoved this in. It seems like these clips kind of stuck on something in here. Oh, there's a lip in there. Okay, so that'd probably be why. There's also a hole where the screw goes through. So they kind of sit in there, and there's electric tape there for some reason. And yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. If I don't make another part, I'll make another part. I'll probably take this off and all that. We'll look at it and see how it looks. It should look the exact same, but hard telling. Ended up getting all this side, driver's side, lower spark plugs are from right here. It's really not too bad. You have a big open area right here. The only thing that might get in your way is going to be your steering. Don't know how that's supposed to be, but hey, that's how it is. But I want to show you some things before I just call this quits. Yeah, I stand on a cooler. Also, shout out to Rubbermaid. Those things will hold you, and then the lid will pop right back up on its own. And on these plugs, almost all of them have that greenish stuff in the threads. All of the top ones, actually. This one had a ton of white stuff. I don't know what's going on there, but... And also, all the top ones looked lean to me, especially on that side of the strap. I know you could do a plug chop and see, but you can see a lot of that green crap in there. I'm imagining it's going to be corrosion. And all the bottom ones, which are more your emission ones, obviously didn't have crap on the threads, and they almost looked a little rich, but not too bad. But yeah, that's how you do all 16 plugs. See if you're going to do it, give yourself plenty of time. It kind of sucks. Not the worst thing in the world, but it's also not fun. Unless you have a really small friend who you can stick in that engine bay to get the bottom ones on that side. If you do, that would be very helpful. Sadly, I'm 6 foot 250, and I don't squeeze into places like that real easy. But yeah, if you wobble pops and a little bit of luck and a whole lot of time, it seems like, and I got her done. So it's really not too bad. I would recommend someone changes coils when they do this and wires, but I didn't just because, well, these are over $100 normally for all 16. I think I got them on eBay for like 75, and coils are around the same price, really. Not too bad if you have one go out, but doing all of them at once I didn't feel like doing. So now I have a misfire in cylinder 1, and this is obviously routine maintenance. I figured let's start with that and go from there. So that's going to be the end of this. Thanks for watching.